10, 9, ignition sequence start, 6.
Hello and welcome to Rocket Fuel, your daily update of everything that's happening in the Rocket Pool community. My name is Waq. Today is November 15th and we're going to get started with some stuff about Istanbul, as always these last few days. So Pateris did a really cool job of gathering up all the links of all the talks that featured Rocket Pool. So this one here by Justin Drake was Rocket Pool was mentioned in there. So if you want to hear what Justin had to say about Rocket Pool, there's a link that you can see, and that is timestamped as well. So that was really cool thing that Pateris did. Again, we've got another one here. This is from Langers, and this is also timestamped, and I think it's either very similar, the same talk that he gave a couple of days ago, and that was about EIP 4788 and the beacon block route in the EVM. And of course, that is to get the execution layer and the consensus layer kind of talking to each other, and that will be a huge help for Rocket Pool, and it will help towards removing some of the ODAO duties. So that is something that's going to be really cool. Okay, and then next we have this talk from NodeSet as well that Pateris also found and timestamped. So it says decentralized infrastructure, utopian future. So that was the NodeSet talk if you want to listen to that. And then I don't have the link for this from Ken, but here Blue AVM shared a picture of Ken at a panel discussion. And it says Ken leading the client diversity discussion with people from Geth, Bisu, Lighthouse, and Nethermind. At the Nethermind Summit, there was a really good set of questions. So I don't know if there is a video for that available at the moment or not, but that is there as well for you if you want to try to find it and watch it. But those other talks, they're all available. The timestamps, Pateris did a really cool job of that. So thank you, Pateris, and thank you everyone who's sharing pictures and info from Istanbul, DevConnect, Nethermind Summit, all the other events that are taking place. Okay, next we have this POAP that was released yesterday saying decentralize Ethereum. So it says the Ethereum community has taken proactive measures, including a treasury vote within the ENS DAO, an incentives vote within the Arbitrum, one of the largest layer 2 solutions, and organizing vampire tracks within two influential staking communities, Diva and Swell. Additionally, the protocols which had previously ignored strong response from the broader Ethereum community now sought help from that very same community to establish new bridging standards. This arose after a significant bridge incident involving the WST-ETH token rendered those protocols vulnerable. The collective actions underline the community's determination to maintain Ethereum's decentralization and resilience, showcasing their commitment to safeguarding the network against external threats. This POAP was organized and designed by Contraband, RPL Maxi, Shifrin, Fizz, and me. It says WAC. Proceeds for this POAP go to Charity Water, and then there's a link charitywater.co.uk that explains what they do, and then there's references for some of the things that we were just talking about. So if you have a look, this POAP has already been minted 23 times, it seems like, and that will cost you $2. It's only on mainnet because it's hard to get the payment to the charity on Arbitrum because they only accept it on mainnet, and we didn't want to add too much complexity about like accepting funds and then manually transferring them. So this is the POAP right here. There's a white knight popping what looks like a big ball of water, which is the Lido symbol. So it might be a little bit literal, but one validator at a time, decentralizing Ethereum. So as you can see, this has been minted a fair chunk of times, which is really cool to see. So that's really nice. Okay, next we have this questionnaire from SSV saying, what's up friends, I've whipped up a questionnaire about SSV incentivized mainnet program and would love to get your thoughts as node operators on it. Your insights would be super valuable and only take a couple of minutes. Check it out and let me know what you think. So here we have the question there that the person from SSV is asking to sign. It says Rocket Pool Node Operators Engagement Survey. It says, welcome to Rocket Pool Node Operators Engagement Survey. We're excited to explore the interest and readiness of Rocket Pool Node Operators regarding participation in SSV's Incentivized Mainnet program. Your insights are invaluable in shaping our approach and understanding the preferences and challenging within our community. This survey should only take a few minutes to complete. We greatly appreciate your time and input, so let's get started. So the quick read, they give you information on what they're trying to do. It says SSV's Incentivized Mainnet program creates an incentivization layer to the running SSV mainnet with the goal of stimulating a DVT, that's distributed validated technology adoption and SSV networks growth. This is achieved by rewarding participants who run the SSV network throughout the upcoming year until November 2024. During the program, each validator running on the SSV mainnet will be awarded with SSV tokens according to a tiered reward system, up to a 50% APR boost. As SSV is a fundamental staking infrastructure, operators of staking applications and protocols can leverage the incentivized rewards by transitioning their existing infrastructure to run on SSV instead of a home setup. This process involves splitting your existing validation key into shares and registering them on the SSV network. By doing so, operators can earn rewards and simultaneously contribute to making Rocket Pool a more resilient and secure protocol. It's a win-win situation, providing both incentives and enhancing the overall strength of the staking ecosystem. So then there's more information that you can see. So here the questions are, interest in participation. Are you interested in participating in SSV's incentivized mainnet program, specifically with using your current Rocket Pool validator? Then there's yes, no, unsure. Choice of operators. If you choose to participate in SSV Incentivized Mainnet program, who would you prefer to include in your operator DVT cluster? Only existing verified operators on the SSV network, a mix of verified SSV operators and yourself along with friends or other operators on Rocket Pool. And then it says infrastructure management. Do you manage your own infrastructure or do you rely on an outsourced service? Infrastructure management again. Are you proficient enough to use command line interface tools? And this is describe in your own words what challenges or pain points you may face in participating in this process, and describe your experience with Rocket Pool till date. So those are the questions. If you want to take part in that survey, I guess people from SSV will get in touch with you and they will try to, help all that stuff happen. Okay, next we had this tidbit from the EtherFi talk, which is a new staking service that's getting ready to launch, and they've got launch timeline here. So they've got testnet launch on October 11th, orders completed October 27th, mainnet launch whitelist only on November 10th, that's this week just gone, whitelist approvals at scale November 15th, so I guess that's happening today, and then November 20th whitelist removed, DeFi integrations start happening. So it says they're saying that Lido and Rocket Pool were designed before restaking, but this is a really interesting point here. This is one to run the EtherFi node, and it says, we want the Ethereum network to be truly decentralized. Here are two pathways anyone can run the node. Number one, permissionless users with existing hardware who stake 2 ETH bond to run the validator. And number two, permissioned users who provide their own hardware and use DVT without having to provide a 2 ETH bond. So this is actually a really, really fascinating model that they've got set up, and there's already question marks coming through. So here Valdorf says 2 ETH and no DVT. That's fascinating. I would love to see the math. And MadMat says easy math, 2 is less than 4, less is better. I said these guys are going out further and further out on the risk curve, and Jasper says the end of this bull run is going to destroy LSTs that are far on the risk curve. So what's happening here is, Rocket Pool of course started with 16 ETH as a bond with RPL, and then went to 8 ETH as a bond with RPL. Then Stader came along and started at 4 ETH with a bond, and now it looks like EtherFi are coming in at 2 ETH without a bond and without DVT. So all the issues that we've talked about in the Rocket Pool community about MEV theft, about all kinds of avenues of attack and all that kind of stuff, those become even more pronounced at these lower bond levels, and it's going to be really interesting to see how they reconcile all those different features or all those different risks. So like Jasper says, those who are out on the risk curve, they're the ones who are going to get caught out when things move against them, and it doesn't look good at all. But hey, more power to them. If they think that they've got a product that can be secure and can scale, then good luck to them. I don't know how that is happening. Maybe people way smarter than me know how that can work. Okay, so there was a little bit of a joke going around last week in trading, where I was telling people that the RPL token was going to hit $30 over the course of the week, and of course, the RPL token did pump, and it went up to $34 on Binance, and on the ratio it reached 0.0161 or 162, somewhere around there. So it had a very nice pump. And then, I kind of doubled down on my Nostradamus abilities. Of course, I don't have Nostradamus abilities, but I was, pulling in some ideas, kind of pulling numbers out of the air. And I said that by the end of this week, that we're in currently at the moment, 4 or 5 more days until Sunday, we will have another pump for ETH that will take ETH to 2,600, and RPL will go up to $41 on that pump. So people have been asking me, is that still going to happen, because the prices have retraced a little bit? And I said, yeah, of course they're going to happen. And then they said that, I need to talk about it on Rocket Fuel. And I said, I'm not going to do that unless I plastered it on my thumbnails. So here, Hippocrates said, huge RPL pump incoming, $41 by the end of the week, buy now. So then I responded by saying, if you put it on submission, I'll cover it on the show. But then there was a little bit more discussion, and I said that the idea of what is a huge pump has changed these last few weeks. I've seen a bunch of tokens get multi 100% pumps over the course of days or weeks. I said 33% is not a huge pump. So then Hippocrates changed the thumbnail. He says, weak RPL pump incoming, $41 by the end of the week. Don't bother. I said, that's more like it, not worth, not worth the risk. And then Hippocrates was like, huge RPL/Sol crash incoming, sell now. And I said, yeah, I'm selling all my RPL. The thumbnail told me to do it. But anyway, people have been saying, actually, I can just show you. So Zemo was saying yesterday that, the pump will only happen if Marceau decides it should happen, or if there's an update coming and no other pump will happen. And then Marceau popped into trading today, and he says, you may pump in accordance with the prophecy of Waq, Papa bless. so that Marceau said that, that $41 pump will be incoming this week. So hey, let's see if it happens. But that's all jokes. This is not financial advice, of course. This is just some banter in trading. None of us can predict the price. None of us know how prices are going to move. So please do not trade anything based on people shit posting. Okay, we've got some really sad news next from Al409, and I feel like this is happening every day now, and I think this is going to get worse and worse. But here Al409 said, I just got scammed, I don't know what to do. And then people just I hope you're okay, what's going on, what happened? And Al came back a little while later, and he says that what happened was there was a fake over-the-counter trading site, and he didn't realize he was signing a transfer, and he thought he was just approving a token. So basically what happened was Al had some NFTs, crypto toads, that he was trying to sell. Someone came in with an offer and said, I will do it over the counter with you to avoid fees and stuff, I guess. I don't know how all that works with NFTs. And Al was like, that's fine. So, went to this over-the-counter trading site, and it was a scam site. And by signing the permission or signing the transaction, Al had his NFTs drained from his wallet, and Al was saying that they're worth around 5 ETH or 8 ETH. So other people were sharing, the stories that they got scammed. Like Albul was saying, I lost 15 ETH NFT to a signature scam as well, and other people were sharing that how they got scammed. And of course, Ramana has been hacked once and scammed once, but it's a real shame that this is happening so much. And yeah, 5.8 ETH worth of NFTs were scammed from Al409. So I think we should all really like step up our due diligence and how careful we are, because people know that we have money, and well, anyone who has crypto will hopefully in the coming months have some money, and we're all targets, right? And these guys have a lot of practice at trying to manipulate us and trying to scam us. So please be careful, because it's horrible out there, and we have targets on our backs, and people know that we have these assets that can really quickly be taken away from us, and like hidden and obfuscated, and it's really difficult to then trace where they've gone and who has them and what they did with them. So I'm sorry to Al, and it's really horrible, but please everyone, please be careful, because this is really bad. Okay, and finally I'm going to end today's episode with this with the screen here. So yesterday I talked about that's not what I talked about. I talked not booking.com, let me see, Sprocket Pool. Yeah, here we go. So I talked about this yesterday. In yesterday's episode I talked about Patches' new book that he set up to like have a repository of all the links for projects that Rocket Pool community members and the team have created, and with that we as I was talking about it, I said, as I was literally describing in my episode yesterday, I was like, we should make some changes here and there. So Patches got in touch with me and he was like, why don't you do a pull request? So I have a GitHub that I had never used before. I set it up for Gitcoin grants. I needed to have it for that. And I was like, hey Patches, I have a GitHub, I could do it. So I went into the GitHub for the book, and I made the changes to the page, and then that has been merged. So pull request successfully merged and closed. So this was my first ever commit, my first ever pull request, and first ever piece of information that I've contributed through code. So I didn't really do any coding. I just put a hypertext link in there, basic HTML. But now if you go to the book, then on the Twitter accounts and community, you'll see that Jasper is the first Twitter account there, and then you can go to his Twitter account. So I'll probably make some more changes to the book and just kind of like figure things out as I'm going along, but it's really exciting. So thank you Patches for giving me the opportunity to do that. Thank you all for watching, listening, and being part of the Rocket Fuel community. Actually no, that's not what I'm ending. I had another thing that I wanted to show you guys today. So some of you know about this thread in Discord called Pics. So as you all know, like a whole bunch of community members are in Istanbul, and one of the things that everyone is loving about Istanbul is just how many cats there are around. There are a lot of stray cats. They're really friendly. They're really like used to people. So people started posting pictures of those cats in this Pics. So here, Genex says, can we get some photos of Istanbul cats in the coming week? And then Marceau kind of stepped up and started posting lots and lots of cat pics. So there's these like different colored cats, and they're all sorts of different places, and some of them are chunky, and some of them are slightly long haired, and some of them are just like chilling like around people, like on restaurant chairs and in museums and mosques and in co-working spaces. And Mage Style says Istanbul cats are just incredible. And like people just like really look after these street cats. Like this one's got a really nice cushion and like a bowl for food and water, and there's just lots and lots of cats. So it seems like Kelara is sharing cat pics as well. So if you want to see lots and lots of cat pics, then pop into the cat pics thread on Discord and you'll be able to see them. So definitely go and do that. But on that note, I'm going to end today's episode, guys. Thank you all, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.